Good day and welcome to Obidati Family TV, the program now Hope Alive. Yes, Hope Day. Obedience worldwide, wherever on a day, on a good morning, afternoon, and evening. We don't come today, make we for share certain things so we say they happen for Nigeria and how it take affect us. But first, I go say congratulations to us as our own Super Falcons don't qualify for the World Cup where they go. I know say our own able HEP to be twirling for them because you know they waste time. You go give them credit. So we thank our own people as soon as go see them for screen. And I go see the happiness what we say it day for Nigeria today as our own they don't show us say for far away where they day New Zealand and Australia. So then draw with Ireland today this early this morning. Now in the happiness there for Nigeria. With that very one coming up for this hour, we go bring on a live update and transcript of that very P2B's interaction with Nigerians. We go give on that very one. Make on a CPO as he did the talk for that very day. And I know saying for Twitter space it happened, so mostly on I no see him face. But today we go show now how intake and where in there and what in they do as they talk to Nigerians. That one they come. And another one again, many things will be say in talk, we try to bring them in the way where intake present them by himself. All those ones they come. And again, we want remind our people say tomorrow, PO don't they prepare for court because election tribunal they sit tomorrow. So preparation day in top gear, we they bring that one come. Then we they also bring our people will be say them plenty for online where would they have our discussion. Different discussions will be say with the tweet, with the email, with the every other thing will be say with they do. All of them they come on at this very hour. Plenty things they come. So if you just they join us, make you like the video and share so that other people go see PO as in there on that very Saturday and where in there they talk to Nigerians. Una go see him face as he take be. The person will be say them follow me, they do this discussion for studio. Angel day here and we get Madam Esther.
Hello, my fellow obedients. Welcome to another episode of Hope Alive on top Obidati Family Television. We don't bring you now another Obwenge gist as they hot for this afternoon. Truly, my people, a new Nigeria is possible.
Welcome, my obedient and lovely and intelligent obedient worldwide. Welcome on board. Tell your neighbor say, Obi is coming. Yes, final address, they go do am tomorrow. Tell your neighbor say, there is hope. Yes, we get hope. Happy New Week, my lovely people. Welcome on board. Let's discuss.
Yes, let's discuss the adoption of final written address. The time they there for the screen now we're gonna go see as we dey show am. Now this one will be for between Peter Obi and INEC and 3 others. Now so it take come out for court. Now so we dey take the issue am. So this one now the notice wey be say they give say court day tomorrow. So make we dey prepare ourselves on how it go take happen. And the waiting then go do for court now adoption of the final written address where everybody own don't enter. Now the time where we say they won't take do this thing now 2 p.m. But in the morning time as usual, then go do the one of PDP. So now be this one where we say with the show now for screen where we say signed by the Presidential Election Petition Court Secretary. Now between this one then serve to Dr. Levi Ozoku. Now then serve this one for Gwarimpa. So with this one we will begin the waka. Make we begin to know how it take happen. Not say on Saturday plenty things happen. And those things will be say it happen on Saturday. Now we won't bring one after the other. How PO take talk and where in there they talk and the video of himself. With that one, I go one time and the things will be say in one the things we identify as the problem of Nigeria. According to P2B, he said it's corruption. He said it kills entrepreneurship, professionalism, and hard work. It allows people to have wealth without enterprise. It destroyed the entire system. Now, so Peter Obi take talk. He also said that in 1 month, he will have set up, if he is given that very mandate back, in 1 month, he would have set up a powerful economic team full of competent Nigeria to take the economic woes of Nigeria come out. Now, so in take talk. And they continue to say, the young people have been the greatest loser in this enterprise called today's Nigeria. And he say, I bought my first, second, and third cars as a university student. That's all in TikTok. There should be a retirement age for political office holders. That's so in TikTok. The young people need to come on board. Even on fuel subsidy, in talk say, we must first of all remove the criminal component in fuel subsidy removal, then utilize the money in reviving our infrastructure, educational sector, and other things. The whole process must be transparent, and people must see and feel the impact. Now, so intake talk. Even on tribalism, where we say everybody they talk, he say incompetency on the side of politicians is the reason they use tribal cards to divide Nigerians during the election. On education, in talk say, the more educated the citizens of a country are, the more developed that country will be. He said, people have abused me that I only go to places of mourning and hardly go to places of feasting. It is better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting. When you attend burials, you will know that this life is temporary. Now, so Peter Obi take talk. But Angel, you see, say, plenty things, all these things were a label, but that very particular this thing take up to more than 4 hours where we say we did. They have that discussion, questions and answer and all of that. So what they try to do now to bring them down, make people for understand this thing, cutting it short, because people know if it wait for like 4 hours to hear all those things. We bring the pertinent places where we say it talk that thing. Make we start with this very one where we say intake a mouth also talk am as it take be and where it did. Let's take a listen from our own PO.
Give them good name. Always remain a reference point. Remain exemplary. People have told me all sorts of things. People have said to me, if they've called me name, they've called me president of mourning, president of condolence, president of, and I've written them back and said, oh, he's always going to where there's burial. He's always going to burials. He doesn't even go to where there's feasting. And I always tell them, it is better to go to the house of mourning than go to house of feasting. It is these are the things that makes you a human being. When you attend burials, you know that this life is so temporal. It's what makes you a human being. You know that all those things you're acquiring, you don't need them. You should not acquire them. Especially when you're acquiring them wrongly. Those things will not last. It will not save you. So, better use those things to help humanity. When you're giving public money to manage it transparently, it is for benefit of public and everything. Stay with people who are in difficulty. Don't push people down. Don't look down on anybody unless you're going to pull the person up. Let us pull each other up. Let us stay with each other. Let us show love to ourselves and show that we're a country where people live and can live together irrespective of their tribe. All of us are suffering. The North is suffering. Southwest is suffering. Southeast is suffering. Nobody today, like I said before, buys bread cheaper. We all in it together. And if we work hard, the bread will come cheaper for everybody. The roads will be good for everyone. Lagos Ibadan road will be good. Enugu Onitsha road will be good. Abuja Kaduna road will be good. Kaduna, all the roads will be good. If we do the right things, we'll travel together. I used to travel to London only through one airport, Kanu airport. I want to go back to
now this one be the difference wey be say e dey between Twitter space and when you dey for video and you dey for YouTube. You dey see the person wey be say e dey talk to you. You dey see how im mind dey go and how other things go. But anyway, sha, for the other things wey we dey bring come, we fit scale and we fit change am as e take be. But before we go jump down, we hear as wetin im talk about going to the place of feasting. Peter Obi no dey too go to the place of feasting, because when you go, like he said, when you go to the place of money, you go remember say tomorrow no dey guaranteed for you. Say you go know say God dey. But anyway, make we begin the jump as producer don begin the prompt am. Make we begin the see wetin our people dey talk for space. With this very one, we dey see wetin Honorable Raymond dey talk. Esther,
okay, well,
make
this
you
one
tell
from
them.
Honorable Raymond. It's a breaking. Kindly take note that the adoption of final written addresses in the petition of Alhaji Abubakar Atiku of PDP and Peter Gregory Obi of Labour Party before the Presidential Petition Court comes up on Tuesday, August 1st, 2023 by 9 a.m. prompt, then 2 p.m. for Labour Party. Say kindly take note.
Yes, this one our people. Why would they always they bring our people? Now because if you go there, you go they get information from them. So when you go, when we show you this Twitter handle of our own people, now make you for go retweet wetin dem tweet, make you for like and retweet their post, because na credit would they give them. Our own na to they promote other people wey be say them be obedience, wey be say then they follow our movement. All of them join. So for here, una see as he take talk am. Make una know say na 9 a.m. 9 be PDP own. We go follow them live on that day, and 2 p.m. 9 be our own. Where our own people be go there for court. We go follow them live. That one na update for tomorrow where they come. Then make we hear as another of the tweets where we say our people get before we go back as we and the discussion with PO take go on Saturday. How PO go take change this Nigeria, put them from consumption to production. Let's see what JP has to say.
JP said, I have been reflecting on this statement Peter Obi made on Parallel Facts yesterday. Nigeria needs Peter Obi. People have abused me that I only go to places of mourning and hardly go to places of feasting. It is better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting. When you attend burial, you will know that this life is temporal. P.O. Obi is coming.
Yes, now our own JP will they always give and credits for all the tweets where we say they send that, because now our mode of communication as so now know. All these our daily newspapers, they know they bring the thing as the thing take be. So our own na to go make we for day together. We go bring the thing where our own they talk wherever the person dey, whether you dey for America or you dey for Canada, you dey for Italy, anywhere where we say you dey and you be obedient. Provide you talk the thing where we say they bring us together, where they bring us hope, we go they bring them together. With this very one, I go want make we hear another thing where we say our PO talk. Or if una want make we still hear our people for where they for tweets, make we for look at producer. Now you know the one where we say you won't do, but I go talk say make we for hear PO with how you want to structure Nigeria. Now that one day important, because for him to get to Aso Rock, he don't dey closer, very close. Now adoption will they go now for court tomorrow. So now be say people will be say then they there through the window. Be like say PO even mention them. He say if you enter house will not be your own through the window, you don't go stay begin they sweep the house now. Now to take waiting day there begin they come out. So anyhow make we listen to wait as PO take talk am.
Well, thank you for your comments. I won't say it's all a question is a comment and what I would have done differently and everything. If you go back to my tweets of 19th of September 2022, I did mention the problems of the country and the way to approach it. In the country called Nigeria, we have a few problems which has to be religiously and simultaneously followed simultaneously. When I mean simultaneously, none will be left to the other and everything. The number one problem we have here is corruption. I keep repeating it. Corruption kills three things that makes a country. It kills entrepreneurship. Nobody is enterprising in a corrupt country. Thereby, there's no creativity, no vision, no introduction of any new thing, no. Corruption kills professionalism. It kills hard work. Because what it does is that it allows people to have wealth without enterprise. And when you have wealth without enterprise, you kill the entire system. So that's number one problem. And number two problem is cost of governance. Totally unaccepted. Number three is what I said about subsidy is a criminal setup. And of course, number four, you have issue of foreign exchange, the value of naira, which again can be done with productivity. These are economic things, economic issues. In economic issues, you think every one and each of them through before you start any form of policy formulation and implementation. And if you follow these four things that I said simultaneously, you can start solving the problem. And it is not that Nigerians are not going to go through hardship. They're going to go through hardship and difficulties, but it won't be as it is today. What we have today is a question of what I said. We are still trapped in the process and thinking of yesterday. And if you are trapped in that process, you will not meet tomorrow. For example, number one issue is corruption. If the key people, all of us politicians, decide we'll end it, starting from the number one person. If you're not involved, those around you are not involved, you reduce it by 50%. And I'm not talking about chasing people who have stolen in the past. I'm talking that will be dealt with in separate note. But saying that forthwith from today, nobody will continue on that path. We will ensure that all the revenues of this country are accounted, they're transparently held, and judiciously utilized. Number two is to deal with the issue of cost of governance. I was just talking with somebody yesterday who was able to convince me, because they had an argument. What I mean is, when I finish, you know what I convinced me. But they had an argument which some people supported at an airport while we were waiting for flight at Asaba Airport. Was able to tell me how it is not huge a cost for states to own plane, states, governors to fly private jets, people in government to do the same and everything. And when he finished, I asked him a simple question. What is the GDP of Nigeria? And he said it's about $400, $500 billion. I said, what is per capita of Nigeria? per capita of Nigeria. It is important that we know this. He said the same thing. I said the per capita is about 2,000. I said fine. So you have a GDP of 400 billion. That is your entire country. And a component of that country, some people are qualified to fly private jet and do this. I said, okay, we have borrowed this democracy from United States of America. So it's good to go back there and see how it works, just to learn a little bit. I said, are you aware that there's a state in America called California? He said, yes. I said, that state in America is about 3.6 trillion GDP. So if you're 400, there are 9 times your size. He was looking at me and said, there are 3 times your size. He said, well, we're not talking about America. I said, no, there are 9 times your size. And that state have a per capita that is about, call it 30 times minimum. I know per capita in America, in California, is about $60,000-$70,000. So I said they have about 30 times your per capita. And I can tell that if governor of California decides to go to Washington and a charter and he goes into goes with a private jet, he will not land in Washington before he or she is removed from office. He does not have a lodge in Washington. He stays in a hotel. And he cannot stay in a hotel where he will pay $2,000 a night. He will not wake up in the morning before they remove him. That man or woman will not be seen in streets of LA with 10 vehicle convoy. He will go the next day. So sometimes the things you see. So these are things we need to deal with. And then subsidy. Asset is a criminal setup. And I thank Governor Issa Yeguda, who came out recently to say that somebody, a friend of his, came to him and said he's tired of making money from this. But that people know what it means for somebody to say, I don't want to continue this style of making money. That this subsidy is a crime. And we must stop this crime. I think if I was in government, I would have invited Issa, my brother, and kneel down and beg him to introduce this fellow to me. Because I need him as a friend. I haven't repented to help me in dealing with this. It is this criminal component of it. If you look at my tweet, first I was able to show that the quantity they say we consume is twice what we are supposed to consume. And I gave instance, compared it with a country, Pakistan. Similar population, have more road network than we have. I don't know whether they have more car or not, but they use half or less of what we consume. So that's where you will start. That's why if you look at my tweet, I said I will reduce 50% of what we already pay for the subsidy. Having reduced that, you try to remove the criminal component of it. By the time you finish with all this, you will see in a clear, verifiable figures what is the actual subsidy we're paying, which at this time, having removed the corruption, having removed the criminality, will be far less than what we were paying. You now say, I'm going to take away component of this. In the meantime, I said I'm going to remove it. I'm going to take away component of this in the meantime. So this fuel is now, say 190. We're not going to have it at 350 or thereabout, or 400, as the case may be. And this again, further, this is what we are going to save. This is a new thing you're trying to do. You must be transparent, open. People must see it. They must feel it. We are going to save this. And whatever we save, we are going to apply it in critical areas of development. And these are as follows: education, health, pulling people out of poverty, resuscitating our infrastructure. And we're going to have it for this period. So we have moved from where we are to this new place. It's going to be difficult, but remember that we all say we are going to sacrifice. Because you have now tamed corruption, because you have now removed the wastages in governance, and people are seeing it, and you are now coming into trying to manage this subsidy situation, there's more variable facts. So, like we said in the first 1 month, we've saved 400 billion. What did we do with it? Where did we take it to? Are we going to say, okay, 8 months, because they say we are owing them 1.1 billion or 1.1 billion? Okay, in 2 months from our savings, I'm going to clear that. Well, thank you for your comments. I won't say.
Okay, so we don't hear as our own HEP2B take talk am, and we dey see say for inside, even when he is talking, even when P2B dey talk for that very place, we see say we dey see somebody wey be say e be like say na Bola Tinubu, because we see him picture for that very place. And yesterday I dey ask that question, say whether Tinubu join us for the space wey be say we hold with His Excellency P2B, whether income learn work for there, the thing wey be say dem go, how dem go implement, I no know. But I asked that question yesterday, and we get our own. Our people still dey ask the same question for tweet. But make we see how dem take ask that very question. Even Reportera News carry am. Make we start with Reportera News.
Okay, now Reportera treat this, and he talks, Bola Ahmed Tinubu takes a break from running down the country joins over 3,000 other Nigerians to listen to Peter Obi speak on his plans for Nigeria on the Parallel Facts Media Interaction.
Yes, if I see that place where we say then tick on green, on go see am. But now he joined over 30,000 Nigerians to listen to Peter because we reach more double that amount. But make una see beside Peter Obi for there. For that place where we say is recorded live. Una go see with the blue tick will be Bola as a listener for inside there. And they surprise me when we say after this very particular event, we see say something they happen for Nigeria. I go come to that very something where they happen for Nigeria. We get the one where we say they come from brother Bat. Now this very one make angel for take am.
Brother Bat talk say Saturday evening reflection. If you can't beat them, avoid them. If you can't beat them, join them. I consider this the most wicked advice ever invented. A selfish, cowardly justification to participate in perpetuating evil. I ask you to dare be different. If you cannot beat them, avoid them, that you may prepare better and fight better. Whatever you do, do not participate in perpetuating evil on earth. The evils that predate you and which you suffer was brought into existence by those that lived before you. If you desist such evil, then do not participate in advancing another set of evil to be suffered by those that will come after you. No matter the benefits, evil ultimately destroys. All eyes on the judiciary.
Yes, no matter what the benefits, evil ultimately destroys. So with that very one, we don't see how our own bad take talk am. As we dey talk, our people where they for space and other online platform, as far as una get good things, where we say go they give us hope. As far as una go they give us the information where we say e go they bring us together as obedience worldwide go see am. We go they bring and come out and we they give on a credit for waiting on a they do. This one they come from Mr. From Omolereje, the name myself, they tire me. But make a hand over to Esther, make sure for column as in they take column.
Okay, Omalere Injere 361 into Mr. Peter Obi addressed the nation on the 29th of July 2023. All of a sudden, Bola Tinubu wants to address the nation 2 days after. Tell him he should not sit in one corner to start answering already prepared questions and answered by Dele Alake. Tell him to come to space.
That one, get as he be, may it come space. But anyway, Sha, waiting I won't talk for this one, as our own person take to it, una they hear waiting they happen now, the Bola Tinubu don't talk say, he won't talk to Nigerians. After where Peter Obi talk to obedience and well-meaning Nigerians. So, that's why they suspect and that they still take one eye, they look and say, una sure say no be him, I be na send the person wey be say carry him face come the listing. Now wey be say the person don listing finish, now they won't do their own presidential charts. But well, we don't do our own. If we they do, make them they learn. Make we see as he take talk am again, make we hear am from Angel.
To do it the way the real president, Mr. Peter Obi, did his own, let Nigerians come on the platform to ask him real-time questions. Anything other than this, he is talking to himself. Tinubu, if you want to copy Obi, copy well.
Yes, so if you want copy Obi, make your copy well. Because we don't see say na copy. And you know say the other day, Angel, we show that very picture where monkey day for moto.
Yes,
where we say
he occupy the chair,
but
you know fit
drive the motor. Abi?
Yes.
No be smart thing. But anyway, Sha, our people when I don't see them, we don't get our own chat, Sha, and our own president don't talk to us. Now the thing where they important for us. The one way you want talk to Nigeria, make them listen, make them hear, make them see what you want talk. Whether na the 8,000 naira you want share, give them. I no know. but make we dey listen to wetin you wan talk. We don talk our own. With that very one, I go want make we for listen again to wetin our own Presido, the HEP to be, as him take talk to us again. He get some things, especially key things from the education sector to the economy and other things. Let's take a listen to what he has to say.
That today, and I'm sure you know, the biggest contributor to the biggest item that contributes to United States GDP is an intangible asset called the rule of law. It is not oil, it is not a distance. You have a way to verify it. The Western world economy, the greatest contributor, or one of the greatest contributors, let me use one of them, is intangible asset called rule of law. The reason why people want to live in the United States, want to live in London, want to live in anything, is not about, anything other than there's law and order. So if I go there and do a business and it fails, I can report. There will be A, B, C, D, F. If somebody comes and attack me, if somebody does this and all that and everything. I lived in the UK for years. I told you this. I lived in the UK for years. And my house was in my name. My house is in my name. You know, I'm a Nigerian man. So I didn't put Mr. and Mrs. So it's in Mr. Peter Obi. I live there with my wife. Her name is not in the So, and I decided I'm going to sell this house. I want to move from my next house. I own on one street, 2 houses. I live in one was rented out. So when I decided, okay, I'm going to sell this one and go to the other one, and I went to the estate agent and said, I want to sell this house for this amount and everything. Went to the lawyer. The lawyer said to me, you live in this house with your wife? I said, yes. He said, for how long have you lived in this house? I said, I bought this house in 1995. Today in Nigeria, about 50, 60 or 70 million naira. Let me use the lower side, 50 million. It won't be less than that. I haven't bought one recently, so I don't know. But I'm just giving you an example. University professor is paid 450,000 naira. Those who collect the money, 450,000 naira. Those who are not being owed. So in 1 year, he will earn, without touching his money, between 5 to 6 million. So if the university professor decides not to eat, decides not to feed his family, he needs 10 years of his salary to buy such a car. Without eating, without anything. So you will know what he earns compared to the top police officer, the top person. So the entire system is going through that process. It's worse because these are security agents whom we expect to secure us, secure the country, secure this thing. Just like we need the professor to impart knowledge to be able to do this.
It is always good to hear from Peter Obi, because whenever he speaks, is intelligently delivered. That's how I go take put him. with this one, I also want to bring our attention about this, waiting our people, they talk. Our people don't talk many things from waiting happen on that Saturday to other things. But make we go back, make we for no forget them, because some of them, they even chat us as we they talk now. They want make we for project waiting then talk, make obedient know some of those things and make them they take, make their mind they totally them as then they take talk am. So we get this one from Jolly Nonny.
Okay, Niger Patrol talk this one. He talk say yesterday, when Peter Obi was asked about his plans for tackling the emergency in healthcare as more and more doctors are leaving, his answer was thoughtful. Other politicians ignore this issue and devise means to keep doctors against their will, not Peter Obi. Peter Obi will fund the sector adequately by cutting wastefulness in government. He compared the budget of the Asoro Clinic with that of the entire health sector, which looks after the entire population. He outlined other areas of wastage as well. He cited the remarkable Anambra State experience during his time. Bottom line, a well-funded healthcare system will retain its doctors. No one uproots their family and lives for another country with clear eyes. He went ahead to say, remove the pressure on them and they won't want to leave. These doctors who got married in Nigeria and raised a couple of kids back home will not make that decision lightly. Most doctors are conscientious people. They know more intimately than you and me. How bad our people lack quality health care. They realize that as they board a plane, they are taking with them the expertise that could save thousands of lives. They think about the little boy on his sick bed whose mother couldn't afford the bills. The man whose choice was either to get treatment for his condition or let his children starve. They worry about their numerous patients who walk into the hospital with advanced stages of various swelling diseases which got malignant because they were taking concussions sold on buses. But at the point, they just want to get away from it, save themselves. Imagine if this is your reality. Watching people suffer and die needlessly as part of your everyday. Watching people suffer and die needlessly as part of your everyday is not working day. I wish on my enemies. They feel powerless. These people charged with steaming burst them with moldy garri. On top of that, they watch the money meant for healthcare pump into the pockets of useless politicians who act like they belong to a parallel universe, who jet off to foreign hospitals on the hint of a common cold. You may feel that the doctors who are leaving do so for better pay alone, but I promise you that on the most important issue is the emotional toll. The PTSD, no one can keep their sanity in a situation where they have the odds deliberately stacked against them, where the price of failure is death all day, every day. Reverse this trend. Give doctors the tools to fight, and the joy of saving lives will keep them in Nigeria much more than money. It would be nice, of course, they have earned their fair share.
Yes, so this one a real long thread from Niger Patriot. When I don't hear them as he take talk, I make they take more from our people where we say, then they tweet and then they talk some things very good. Angel, make you tell our people this
Our
one.
JP General said, I am not a saint. I have never claimed to be a saint, but I'm not also a thief. I left government without stealing a kobo. Nobody told me to save, but I saved both in naira and dollars. Peter Obi. Obi is coming.
Yes, so Obi is coming. That one we know. Our people, they seriously talk where they get the opportunity. We get this one from Omar Sani.
We have this one from Pep. Said Tinubu allegedly used DSS to intimidate Tribunal. We have this from our reporter, dated 30th July 2023.
I think that now Bayo Davids was then take talk. This one, they talk the same thing about intimidation. Make I for take myself. He said Bola Ahmed Tinubu is allegedly using the Department of State Services, DSS, to intimidate the judges of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to pass an unanimous decision in his favor in the petitions brought by People Democratic Party and Labour Party challenging his victory in the 2023 presidential election. A reliable source told Point Blank News, according to wetin the person write to the correspondent, in confidence that Tinubu is hopeful that the secret police, which is the DSS, will pressurize in his favor. They will pressurize judgment in his favor. Finding by that correspondent showed that after an emergency meeting by the president's camp to weigh its options in the event of a likely rerun, a former governor whose name is part of the ministerial list from the southern part of the country submitted recently to the Senate maintained that a rerun is not a good option for owing to the state of affairs in the country, meaning say e no go dey okay for Tinubu, according to wetin this person writes. The camp of the president, according by them, is said to be enjoying the support of 3 out of the 4 justices of appeal, meaning say dem don catch 4, abi 3 out of 4 justices for that very panel. They initially boasted of 3-2 lead against the LP/PDP in the tribunal, but believe that their antics are working since they celebrated the coming on board of an additional judge they believe had succumbed to their pressure and joined the fray. However, another source within the DSS, who is not authorized to speak for the agency, said that part of the strategy of the Tinubu camp is to compel the justices to submit their judgment to the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Olukayode Ariwola, for final vetting before delivery. Wetin this Twitter person where they tweet this thing, they explain. We still dey look and we dey watch and we ask our obedience where we say then they vote for Villa and they close to the courts and the tribunal, make them put their ear for ground. Because now from there we go know which one be the real true thing. Because waiting this person they talk here, they're very serious. Say they don't catch about 3 of the justices of this very election tribunal. If not true, trouble day. But anyway, no be this very tribunal be the final say. Now Supreme Court be the final say. Our eyes there for judiciary. We go the monitor. They put our ears for the ground. Whether not true this person tweet, we go soon know. We get this one from Charlie Boy, area father, Angel.
Our area father said, breaking news. You can't come into the house from the window and start cleaning the house. P2B knocks Tinubu. P2B is coming.
Yes, so as we see this one, na area father where we know, the area father will be say, everybody know. If they talk say, if a thief enter house through window, he go begin the sweep house, we believe say no go sweep house. Nobody they do that one. Him come collect something. And that thing when they say when they come collect, if you ask me, I go talk say na turn. Because they talk say na their turn. So na their turn to come inside through the window, collect the thing where they won't collect, and follow window come out. The person wey get the house go come, you go follow door, enter, and then go sit down jejely. If you agree with me, make you make your own comment for comment section. Make una dey like, dey share these things, because our people wey be say dem dey write for Twitter, then they do well. And some people wey dey bring information, when you think say e be even be fake, you go later now find out say na that thing wey dem talk na it happen. Make una recall say wetin happen the time of INEC, when we bring the news say INEC wan jettison, meaning say they no wan do real-time transmission. They even come out talk say na lie, but wetin happen? We see as it take happen. So when things they talk and when people they tweet, we don't know how that news they take they come out. So our obedience worldwide, make una for the like and share. Make other people get notification. Make other people know say P2B they talk and see what's in they talk. Make we they keep ourselves together. abeg like and share. With that very one, I go say make we for the the totally, because of tomorrow we are getting closer to waiting dey happen for court. Make una remember again, from 9 be say Atiku and PDP dem dey for court. By 2, Peter Obi go dey for court. As e dey prepare dey go, we go dey give una real-time update that tomorrow as dem dey take the waka. Before that very time, we go come back this evening, make we forgive una any other thing wey be say e dey comot from the lawyer, so as e dey comot from Peter Obi himself, and as Obedience dey talk, we go dey bring wetin Obedience worldwide. If you never see your tweet for where we dey talk, make you for holla at us. Now you know say for our description the information dey there. Reach us, tell us, make we for see, we go review am, see say na better thing you talk, we go carry am come. With that very one, I go say today, this afternoon, we don bring several things. When we come back again, we go bring on several other things wey be say Peter Obi, His Excellency, talk on Saturday. We go dey try to dey make am short, so that una go dey take am one by one. Different questions wey be say dey ask am, how im take answer am, but in short forms, so that people wey be say they no fit stay for that very 4 hours, dem go get the time to lis ten to am. With this very one, I go say again, like and share na the only thing wey you fit do for Peter Obi, for na make other people get notification. I go carry mic, make I give Angel, make we for Vano, dey carry our kaya, dey comot for studio.
My lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide, judiciary are on trial. All eyes on judiciary. Make we open our eyes, put our ears for the ground. Make them know say obedient no longer business as usual. Yes, it is no longer business as usual. That messing with the wrong generation. My people, make una dey like, share and subscribe. Tell your neighbor say things dey happen, and tomorrow by His grace another miracle go happen. Small small we dey get to the promised land. Thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate you. We in the family appreciate you. We love you, but God loves you more. Bye for now.